Hi everyone, we are Group 4. Today our group presentation topic is policy action taken by Malaysia monetary authorities in response to 1997 Asian financial crisis. Our presentation is divided into 4 parts. Firstly, the background of the 1997 Asian financial crisis. The East Asian financial and economic crisis, which started in July 1997, arose following a suddenly large outflow of short-term capital from the domestic financial market. Malaysia is also caught in a severe and prolonged currency crisis that has swept across East Asia. The large-scale movements of funds out of domestic financial market first started in Thailand before spreading quickly to neighboring countries and South Korea. About the cost of the crisis, a lot of analysts believe that this crisis is due to the inherent weakness of many Asian economies. The first is the huge macroeconomic imbalances and the structural disadvantages of the banking industry. Secondly, the shortcomings and the contradictions of macroeconomics management and the exchange rate policies are also believed to have contributed to the crisis. The repeat export-oriented growth in many countries, especially in Asia, is funded by overseas capital and the large credit lines provided by the domestic banking system, which has caused these economics to overheat and caused asset bubbles to burst. My group member will introduce the next part.
Hello, and I will continue to the second part, which is the influences. As we know, the 1997 Asian financial crisis had a significant influence in Malaysia. And the first of all is the price pressure. It was makes the price pressure come from the depreciation of the Malaysia ringgit. The general price level showed the increased trend, especially the food price registered by the largest price increase. As we know, the increase will cause the GDP negative growth rate, and the people cannot find the job easily. As this reason, we can find price increase and the people cannot buy the product easily. And after that is the private investment declined. It has generally due to the uncertainty areas from volatile exchange rates, and also the exchange rate of ringgit was decreased. And after that, it was also impact the stock market on the several factors, and my friend will talk later. And the caused the Malaysia ringgit depreciation. It was impact on external trade, debit, and investment. With cheaper ringgit, the export grow faster than imports. That will make there are no equal between the input and outputs. That's all of my part, and I will pass to my friend to continue.
In order to cope with the impacts of Asian financial crisis on Malaysia in 1997, the Malaysian government has adopted corresponding policy measures. In response to a series of effects caused by currency devaluation, the Malaysian government began to use foreign exchange reserves to intervene in the foreign exchange market and implemented a following exchange rate system in July 1997. After October 1997, the government reduced the money supply, capped imports, encouraged exports, reduced the foreign exchange expenditure, and increased the foreign exchange income. In September 1998, major adjustments were made to counter foreign exchange. The ringgit and the US dollar implemented a fixed exchange rate system and re-implemented capital cultures to prevent short-term capital outflows. On September 1st, 1998, the government announced the changes to the foreign exchange management law for capital culture. Restrictions on Malaysian ringgits for deposits and withdrawals from non-residents in Malaya. Restrictions on the use of ringgits for external and restrictions on foreign exchange in abroad in restricted. The import and export of cash and other payment methods are restricted. The non-residents are prohibited from converting assets held in ringgit for less than a year into foreign currencies.
In addition, in the case of the stock market downturn in July 1997, the government cut expenditure, reduced investment, and established a 6 billion ringgit stock market recusy fund to stabilize and activate the stock market. And in October 1997, begin to rectify financial institution, strengthen financial supervision on the one hand, promote bank merge and reorganization, expand the scale of financial institution, increase their capital and risk capability, and improve their international competitiveness. On the other hand, strengthening governments mainly solve the problem of bad debts and reduce risk in the financial system, improve disclosure standards, and increase company transparency, strengthen supervision of companies, protect the rights and interests of small and medium shareholders, reform the reading rule and the settlement system of club launcher stock exchange to clarify the transparency and order of security transaction in the late part of cracks, continue to ratify financial institution and the security industry, strengthen supervision and protect the interest of investors during the different stage of the financial cracks. The Malaysian government actively adjusts its policy and major combining monetary and financial policy to a certain strengthen their policies and measures while the Malaysian economic in the crisis.
Okay, let me make a conclusion. There are many lessons that can be learned from Malaysia's experience with the crisis. It's clear that besides the impact of the crisis on the economy, the various government policy responses also have an equally significant effect on the economy. In response to the impact of the Asian financial crisis, the Malaysian government has mainly adopted the bound to policy measures. These policy and measures have played a certain role in Malaysia's address, or at least minimize the severity of the adverse effects should such shock occur. This crisis has shown that rapid and high economic growth is largely not sustainable in the long run, particularly if it's not accompanied by an equal build-up of governance institutions at the firm and national levels. Above all, the crisis has also shown the importance of adopting good policies. It could be argued that the economic crisis was a wake-up call for Malaysia. Before the crisis, Malaysians were more concerned about achieving quantitative rather than qualitative high economic growth. Obviously, the more is better mentality is not in line with the development needs of Malaysia. However, after experiencing the pain of the previous economic crisis, the government took a serious attitude and carried out appropriate reforms, and key economic indicators show signs of recovery. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.